I love it when we catch up with Dale Hinkley on the North Central Report, and out on the farm he joins us. G'day Dale, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Flowman. Good to be talking all things North Central footy on the eve of the final round of the home and away.
Oh, I love it. I love it too. We're catching up with you at lunchtime, and apparently you got some shearing going on, and you got all the shearers all well and fed. But have you been doing some rousting, Dale?
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of roustabouting. Just got a run of merino weathers at the moment. They just act as sort of lawnmowers, Wayne. So, we're just cleaning them up at the moment.
Do you take them down to the George Cartwright to the Birchip Oval and clean that up also?
No, they've got a nice mower in there. I probably wouldn't be allowed to let them run wild in there.
Good stuff. I'll tell you what, you ran wild last weekend when you beat Sea Lake Nandaly. Oh, what a game of football it was. You got 10-11-71. The Flowman tipped the Sea Lake Nandaly Tigers, vanquished 4-15-39. I should have backed you in, Dale. You were magnificent again, and a magnificent win. You've done the Tigers twice this year. A bit of confidence coming in the green men.
Yeah, it is. It was a really good confidence booster for the club. It was a really good turnout there at George Cartwright on the home ground, and from the get-go, we had a good fast start. Conditions were pretty good actually after a bit of rain during the week, and our midfielders stood up all day, and as I said, we started well, 25-8 in the first quarter, and then it was a bit of an even battle there in the second quarter. There, mid started to get back even with us, and it was a bit of a slight scoring breeze to one end, but from after that it was a fair bit of rain came down and probably slightly helped us at three-quarter time, Wayne, when they had the breeze in the last quarter. So we were pretty happy to come away with another win.
Pretty happy now. Who did you stand on the day, Dale, at centre half back? Who was the centre half forward?
I was shifted across the back flank, Wayne, and was on Matt Elliott.
Oh, guy. You had the cream of the crop. And just want to point this out, Matty Elliott, I caught up with him at the Speedfield days, and you didn't let him get a goal at all. And that's a first for Matt Elliott for a long time this year. So I reckon you might have had a bit of a niggle there. And did you have a bit of test him out a bit?
No, he's a pretty classy operator, Flowman, and had plenty of help from the other 5 men back there. So, we gelled pretty well. And as I said, we were able to come across the line at the end and, big confidence booster.
What I'm saying here is that no multiple goal scorers for Sea Lake and Daly. You never see that. Billy won, Will Simpson, John Summer-Hayes, Brodie Weir, no multiples. So your backline, while Lachlan Ryan was your best player and Clayton, magnificent Clayton Hinkley, Willie Shandown forward playing good footy, Gordon too kicking goals down there with a couple and Shan with a couple. But I reckon your backline must have been magnificent.
Yeah, it was. Jake Noonan actually came in, a veteran of the club, Flowman, 300-plus games, very well known across the league, and played a role on one of their tools in Ellis. And Lockie Ryan, best on. He's been in really good form. He's starting to relish, coming over, and he's fitted in quite well. And he's very fast off the back flank, Flowman, and we're really liking his run.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, that's what you look for when you see the results and not the game. You're looking for where the game could have been won. Great effort from the green men in the defensive unit. But what about Sea Lake Nandaly? They had Luke Martin, Trent Donnan and Kane Donnan, good players. Tom Cox, good young kid coming through. Very, very good footballer. Okay, other senior matches, which approved 15-10, 100, St Arnaud, 6-10, 46. I'll tell you what, the D's, they want to be the best of the rest, and I'll tell you now, I reckon they might be.
They sure are. They had a strong start, Flowman, and it didn't stop there after quarter time. They had a convincing 9-goal win, and Damien Horbury's been a very handy pickup, and as has Hommelhoff, which we've spoke about a lot throughout the year. And on the other side for St Arnaud, Ben Batters and Jacob Tilley just had good seasons for the Saints. So they'll be looking to build and rebuild with those young pillars in their club.
Certainly will. Van Schaik, Cody Green, Jack Hutchison, Kenny and Burge, also good footballers. It was Jackson, Patching, Good and Durwood who added to the two that you mentioned. 2 goals to Jared Kell for St Arnaud, and Cody Green, a purple patch for him in the green type of patch, but then in a red and blue Guernsey. 4 goals from him, Joel Turner 3, and 2 each to Coatsworth, Batson and Hommelhoff. Okay, to the next one. And it was was a good performance here by Wedderburn, 15-17 to Charlton 5-2. I'll give Charlton that game in a way because Wedderburn's a top four side and they got, nearly within 10 goals. So that's not a bad effort from Charlton who've been decimated this year.
Yeah, certainly. Good point there, Flowman. Yeah, it was even at quarter time from that scoreline. So, yeah, big tick for the Navies there. Yeah, obviously then the Redbacks were too slick and, too fast from all reports. Geordie Rosie's had a good season after, being injured early on, and Campbell's, stood up down forward line for them as well. And also for the Navies, Tim Hill's been a handy pick-up for them and stood tall in their defence across half-back, giving plenty of leadership and experience.
Yeah, good on you. Nick Thompson with a couple, and Mason Heenan and Reece Thompson. Aaron Walklake, the veteran, added to the better players. Jordan Rosagren, very good for Wedderburn, and 6, as you mentioned before, to Tom Campbell and Danny Benet, the veteran, 4 from off of his boot. A good effort to there. And finally, Donald, 22-17 to Bort, 4-6. I reckon Donald's margins are just magnificent. Their percentage on the ladder this year is quite unbelievable. They have had some sensational big wins. At the moment, they're tracking at 252. Birchip Watcham, 253. Sea Lake, 261. So another big percentage booster for the Donald boys there.
Yeah, certainly, Flowman. Good numbers, as you just said. So, 149 and 230 on the weekend, only keeping Bort to 4 goals is a pretty strong performance across their field there. And Ross Young, Brodie Haddo, those two boys have had a really good season. And on return, being Haddo a young local player, they'll be really happy with how he's held his own in the midfield. And they'll be looking to build a lot of confidence, and they're travelling along well with a good mixture of locals and travellers gelling well, which has taken a few years for Donald to get to this stage, and they've been able to do that this season, which is credit to them, and they'll be positioned well in the finals.
Lee Burke is good for 3 each to Brodie Haddo. Darcy Harrison, great player. Josh Potter, very good. Ross Young, one of the greats of the league, all kicked 3 goals, and Ross Best with Brodie second. Both of those players will take votes from each other in the BNF at the Schluter at the Fenny Medal, and that should be a beauty. Nathan Twigg, best for his side in Board, and Holland kicked a couple of goals there for them in that match. All right, let's take a look at the ladder, and it says Birchip Watcham 14, and then 14-1 and 56 points. Donald, it's 52 points, 13 and 2. Sea Lake and Daly, 44. Wedderburn, 36. They're your finalists in senior football. So it then brings us to this week's matches, and it's going to be the last round of home and away. So the last time the Witcherproof Narraport boys will run out for the season, they play Wedderburn in a dead rubber. But they'd like to maybe just send a message, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think they will, Flowman, which have been a pretty good side all year. They're probably going to be bitterly disappointed that they're going to miss this final series after dropping a few to those sides around the fringe. And this week's Wedderburn, so it's down there at Donaldson's Park, and I reckon they'll come home with I think that they'll probably jump Wedderburn. They just seemed a bit depleted against us a couple of weeks ago, Hommelhoff, which we'll probably mention about next week. I think he's a real strong chance for the Feeney medal.
Wow, that's an interesting one too. Thanks for that. We've got the reserve grade between that Wedderburn needing to win because they're in 5th place. Bort are in 4th, both on the same point. So in the reserve grade where Wedderburn play Witchy, who are just 1 place below them in reserves, if Wedderburn were to win that game and Bort were to lose their game, which they probably will, then it would be Wedderburn who'd play reserves finals. So just a bit over the day there, something extra on the day when the senior football's a dead rubber, the reserve one's not.
No, certainly not. And we're going to mention that shortly, Flowman, that our reserves boys have got a big win. Certainly not a dead rubber. They've got Bort this week, who are sitting in that 4th position in the reserves, and Bort will want to win to hold their position, given their percentage. However, Wedderburn's sitting in 5th. They win this one against the Demons. They'll be up to 4th if our boys can get the job done, which, they've been strengthened with a couple coming back into the side this week.
That's great to hear. Okay, senior side, a couple going back into the reserves. Senior side looking good to beat Bort?
We are. We're looking to continue to make good form. Flowman, we've got Lockie Foot coming back from his knee injury, and he looks sharp on the track, as well as Ty Colbert gets his second run, an under-17 boy from Watcham, and he's been playing really good all year, just gets his second chance. As I said, there's a few going back in the reserves to help them bolster up for finals.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, and in the other games, we've got the big Sea Lane and Daly Tigers take on Charlton. I reckon they'll be too good in the senior game and maybe kick a big score here at home.
Yeah, going to be a tough day for the Navies up there at Tigerland. I think Tigers will bounce back and have a good win with McGuinness to kick a bag and probably finish on top of that goal kicking tally.
Yeah, that's what they'll be looking at. But in the final match, Sonata take on Donald. This one at Donald. Now, this is going to be this one up at Sonata. But this is always a bit of a grudge match between these two. They have some ding dong battles, but I don't reckon there's going to be one of those this weekend. I think this just might be, even though they're going up there to Lord Nelson, which is in perfect condition, got a massive, beautiful facility there. I think Donald will take the use of that and they should win comfortably.
Yeah, they will, Flowman. They've got a good list named this week. They're in some good form, bit of a dress rehearsal, and then they'll have the week off and head into the first semi against us, which, the finals locations have been confirmed now that next week's down at Donald. They host it, which is the first semi and then the second semi. We're up at Sea Lake versus Donald.
Yes, that's going to be good. We're looking forward to finals coming around. Last round of home and away matches. The kids will get out in the morning in the 14-year-olds. I'm sure they'll be running around and enjoying a good time. The finals series for that pretty much decided. You've got in the 14s 56 to Donald, Sea Lake 54, Sonata 46, Bort 28, Charlton 24. I don't think Charlton can make up the 9% there, so I don't reckon they can get there in that particular grade. But 5th and 4th position looking very close between those two.
No, I don't think so on this one, either Flowman and, with our under-14 boys. Berkey's hopefully to finish on a high after a couple of wins throughout the season. They've got fourth position ladder this week in Bort. So, feel the better from the boys this year. There's been Willow Ryan, Charlie Barber and Kobe Hamilton.
Good stuff. What about the 17s? If we look at the ladder there, we've got Bort safe there at 48, as a Sea Lake and Daly 48, and then both the next two sides, Birchip Watcham 40 and Charlton 40. Donald can't get there at 32 now, as they're two games clear. So that's a very, very good result that for your Birchip Watcham side, but also in the context of the season, you've now got another side qualified 3 of the 4 into finals.
Yeah, good position. Jared Tyler, the coach, is very skill-based and strategic coach, and he's got plenty of good young blokes performing well. They got touched up a little bit last week against the Tigers, and they've got a really good chance this week against the leaders in Bort in under-17s who are usually pretty strong. So, they'll be missing Ty Colbert. However, they've got a young brigade out of Watcham. Riley Hogan, Harry Cook and Charlie Frank, to name a few, have been really stood up for them this year.
Yeah, great stuff. Good kids, and great for finals to be around next weekend. We're going to preview it all and have a postscript on the home and away when we join Dale Hinkley from the Birchip Watcham Bulls on the North Central Report. Better let you get back to the shearing shed. I think I can hear the blokes calling for you. They finished their lunch. They want somebody to clean up the floors, Dale.
Yeah, cheers, Flowman.